All right, welcome back. And today we're talking about people pleasers. All right, so if you don't know what a people pleaser is, it's someone that always tries to make other people happy, right? So if you're that person, you kind of want to ask yourself, why? Why do I do this? Why do I like this? Why do I feel this way? In most cases, it's something from, like everything else, right? Childhood. So we all have these things. They make us sad, they make us lonely, they make us angry, and 9 times out of 10, it's because of childhood. So mommy or daddy or a caregiver, it could be a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, maybe you have step parents, you could be adopted. Regardless of what it is, if you're a child and you're under the age of 7 and someone's taking care of you, the way they take care of you and the way they relate to you and the way they treat you all affects the way you are as an adult. So that's just something I want to put out there for those of you that don't know that. So much of what you like, don't like, what makes you angry, what makes you upset, what triggers you, that's all stuff that happened to you most likely before the age of 10 or more likely under the age of 7. And right now, you're not thinking about it, right? If you're 20, 30, 50, 70, you're not thinking, what is making me mad? You just know that you're mad. But odds are it's something that happened way back when and you just haven't realized it, you haven't cleaned it up, and it's still there. So, on to the topic. If you're a people pleaser, there are probably reasons why, right? And if you are, you got to ask yourself, why am I doing it? And what can I do to get out of it? All right. So if you're people pleasing, it really does affect your relationship with yourself and also your relationship with someone else. So if you're in a romantic or an intimate relationship with someone and you're a people pleaser, it's going to be great in the beginning, right? Because you're happy, they're happy, you're giving and you're happy, they're receiving and they're happy. But as time goes on, believe it or not, you're going to get really tired of giving. And they're going to get really tired of receiving. So either that's going to happen around the same amount of time, and you're going to both feel like, why am I in this relationship? Or it's going to happen with you or them first, and then the relationship's going to feel out of balance. So if you feel like you're giving way too much, and it's been a year or 2 years or 3, who knows, then you're going to start to feel like, why am I giving so much? I need to give less. And now the other person's going to feel like, why aren't they giving me so much? Right? Also, the other side of that is if you are giving so much and the other person starts to feel like, I'm really tired of receiving. That's why relationships work, guys, because it's a give and take, it's give and receive. So people always say, oh, well, why would you be mad? You're getting. It's an imbalance. So people start to feel like I'm always receiving, I'm always receiving. And that gets annoying as well. So if the other person feels like they're receiving too much, they may also start to shut down, go silent, go avoidant, get quiet, not communicate about it. And then you won't know what's going on. But it all stems from the same issue or childhood trauma. So, why people pleasing is killing you and your relationship. And when I say killing, I don't mean like bang bang murder, stab you to death. I mean your relationship is falling apart. And potentially you're falling apart too because you don't really know what's going on. So, attachment wounds from, let's just say, mom or dad, but it could be any caregiver. It could be a lot of kids stay with grandparents, a lot of kids stay with other family members, such as I did. So I was basically raised by, I don't know, 8 to 10 people, shifted. So even though my mom was there, I had a lot of other people that were taking care of me at a young age. So all of those people influence who I am today, how I act, how I react, how I behave. Not that it's a bad thing, but just understand all of those people have influence on you. If you go to church and there are church people, in school there are teachers, Whatever it is you get involved in, if you get involved in sports and you have coaches, if they treat you a certain way, you're going to feel a certain way. If they shame you, if they judge you, that's going to affect how you are as an adult. So, what are those wounds from childhood that make you now feel like you want to please people as an adult? It could be you didn't get attention from your mom or your dad, and now you want to give and give and give because that makes you feel like you're receiving attention, you're receiving love. If your parents were not around or they were around and they were avoidant, you want to give. What can I give to get attention? What can I give to get love? Now you're an adult, you're in relationships, either romantic or not. Intimate relationships can be friends, right? Now you're still trying to give to get attention and to be happy. That's all stemming from what happened when you were a child. So if you're in a relationship and you're overgiving and you don't feel like you're ever getting anything out of the relationship, that could be because of the way the dynamic went with your caregivers while you were a child. So you constantly felt like you needed to give in order to get anything in return. And you kept giving and you may not have ever received anything in return. And now you're an adult and you're in that same pattern. Let me give, let me give, let me give. This will help me feel loved. This will help me feel connected. And in many cases, it doesn't lead to what we really want. We keep craving it and we keep trying to please people, right? Confusion in the attention seeking. And when we say that, it could be males or females. It doesn't matter. It's not necessarily anything sexual. It's just you didn't get attention as a child, and now you crave attention as an adult. You could want attention from women. You could want to date women. You could want to sleep with women, have sex with women. But you might also, if you're a guy, be attracted to men and like the male aspect of authority, attention, mentorship, because you didn't get that from your dad when you were a kid. How many dads are distant? How many dads are avoidant? How many dads have their own childhood trauma, their own depression? They may drink, they may take drugs, they may just work a lot and not be around. If they come home and they don't give you any attention, what are you going to probably do? Try and please them. What can I do so that dad sees me? What can I do to make dad happy? Clean the house, build something. Enjoy sports when you may not really like sports. If your dad likes sports and you see him happy in sports, maybe you think if you like sports, your dad will like you. Your dad will love you. Your dad will give you attention. So just because you're seeking attention from other people in a relationship in adulthood doesn't mean that it's anything to do with intimacy or sexual attraction or anything like that. It could just mean that you didn't get it as a child and now you're trying to get it as an adult. All right? So shift and start thinking and asking yourself, what do I want and what do I need? Instead of jumping into it and pleasing someone or trying to please someone. And when I say pleasing someone, that doesn't just mean, oh, I bought you roses today. Oh, I bought you dinner today. Oh, I bought you a vacation today. That could also mean, oh, I cleaned the house today. Oh, I mowed the lawn today. I worked 12 hours and I was exhausted, but I came home and I cleaned the house for you, right? I please you sexually. I make sure you orgasm. I do all these things to please you, and I'm kind of like second hand. I'm in the back seat. As long as you're happy, everything's good. But underneath it, unconsciously, subconsciously, you're dying. You're killing yourself. You're not happy, but there's that wound, right? So there's an imbalance, but you don't really know what it is. You can feel something is off, but you don't really know what it is. Another thing that happens here is there could be confusion and attention if your mom wasn't around or your mom judged you or shamed you. As an adult, you may unconsciously resent women. So, what is that going to mean in adulthood? You really don't like women in the same way that you would like women if your mom was really good to you, if your mom was attuned and connected and gave you attention. Now you kind of have a little bit of resentment, as in, well, my mom wasn't good to me, right? So the confusion comes in, oh, but it's my mom. She did a good job, or she did her best, or no one's perfect, right? So we start to feel that way, and that's true, that's accurate. They are our parents. At the same time, we have to look at it and say, it wasn't right. I didn't deserve what I went through. This was not a good thing for me. And now, as an adult, these things that I feel and these things that I go through are because of her, or because of him, because of my mom, or because of my dad. Do we want to blame them? Absolutely not, because what is that going to do? Nothing. You can blame all you want, it's not going to get you anywhere. So, what you want to do is understand it, realize it, admit it, and then work through it, right? Everyone pretty much goes through trauma. That means you, your parents, your grandparents, your great grandparents, your great great grandparents, and you kind of get what I mean. So blaming them is not going to do anything. We're here today, right now. What can I do right now, today, to help myself feel better and help my relationship feel better and help my relationship grow, and for me to feel loved and to feel authentic and be in a connection with someone that I might not be in with if I didn't know all this stuff, right? So shift. What do I want? What do I need? And understand why. I really want attention because I didn't get it as a child. I really like it when guys tell me what to do because my dad was never there. For me, my dad wasn't there. He lived in a separate house. I saw him, I would say, once a week, but my dad never disciplined me. My dad never told me what to do. My dad was basically like, you need some money? Here. You want to go shopping? Here. You want some food? Here. But as far as being there and saying, yo, Aunt, want to play a game? Want to throw a football? Want to go fishing today? That never happened. So the distance between the attunement and the connection and the love and the feeling like I was a part of something was not there. So in adulthood, it feels like, oh, how can I make these guys happy? And that could be guys that are in a friendship group or in sports. Maybe you go out to a bar with 5 of your friends and you think, I'm going to pick up the tab. That's great. However, what's driving that? Are you just trying to people please? And if so, why? Right? So you got to start thinking like that. It goes way beyond just being good, just being nice, just being friendly, just being one of the guys. You go out, you pay for everyone, and then next time maybe someone else pays for everyone. That's fine, right? That's a give and take. That's what guys do. That's what everyone does. Well, that's what a lot of people do. You go out all the time, and each time one person picks up the bill. No big deal. But if you find yourself always feeling like, I am going to do this, it could be because you are looking for friends, you are looking for attention, you are looking for connection, and your only way to get it is to pay for something or give something or please in some kind of way. All right, so be very aware of why you're doing things. Be honest with yourself and with your partner. Guys, when it comes to dating, first few dates, we got to get our shit out there. Now, you don't want to dump everything, but if you've been in a relationship for a while and things start to feel off and you want things to grow and continue, you kind of have to be honest, right? You got to say, I think I gave you so much because I tried to give to my mom and I never got anything in return. I'm aware of that and I'm working on it because I don't want to be that way. Now, does that sound like something that's weak, or does that sound like something that's strong and masculine and manly? Too many guys think that telling their partner, their wife, their girlfriend, things like that make them seem weak. In my opinion, you're weak if you can't tell someone how you feel, what you think, and what you want, like a man or like anyone, right? Women will say what they want. They don't have a problem. They're not looking for a fight. But when we get into that masculine, feminine energy and guys that people please, we tend to kind of step back and say, well, I don't want to say this because they might get upset or they might cause a fight. So, what sounds more like weakness? I don't want to say this because they might get upset or they might cause a fight. Or, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, this is why, and this is what I'm doing about it. That sounds way more masculine, way more assertive than backing down and not doing anything. You have problems and you want to fix them, but you don't do anything. That's where we come into the weakness. It's certainly not speaking up for yourself. All right, so why people pleasing is killing your relationship. Now you might know if this is happening to you, you have some ideas because on the surface it's not very clear. So childhood abandonment wounds, if your mom or dad were not there, or if they were there but they were not attuned and didn't give you attention and love, you may be still looking for it now in your adult relationships. Confusion over males, females, guys, girls, ladies, men, needing attention and not having that attention be sexual. And then shifting, letting people know what you want, why you want it, why you need it, and being honest and open and authentic. That's masculine energy. All right, so be honest with yourself and be honest with your partner. If you have questions, comment below and let me know. There are many people out there that are going through this and they feel like they can't really talk about it. Well, we're here to talk about it. We're here to get it out in the open. We're here to fix it all. And we're here to make your relationship better and you better so that you're happy, not sad, not lonely, not disconnected. All right, so if you're gonna smoke a joint or grab a drink or play a video game, instead of sitting down, calming down, and facing it and saying, this is me. What am I gonna do about it? Then that's where you're gonna run into problems. And you're just gonna keep running and hiding and not doing it until, I don't know, you can't take it anymore, or you break up, or you get a divorce, or whatever else may happen. But do something about it now. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in the next video.